there is something special going on with the number 40, with the number 40, with the number 40. And if you would allow me to take the time to break it down for you, I'd do exactly that, exactly that. Eyes and ears, eyes and ears, eyes and ears.
May I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the 40th President of the United States.
Mr. President, Tom Matthews, UPI. Mr. President, earlier this year you said that you would travel anywhere in the world to further the cause of peace. Considering the worsening situation in the Mideast, are you planning a trip there in the near future?
We have no definite plans as of yet to go to the Mideast, but we do plan maybe perhaps in a couple of years if the settlement and the agreements have not been reached by that time.
Thank you.
Paul Onaki from Honolulu News. Mr. President, the Senate has voted to proceed with development of the neutron bomb. Don't you feel this will impede further progress in the SALT talks with the Russians?
Quite contrary to that fact, the matter of nuclear existence deals with atoms and atomic weapons, not with neutron weapons. The neutron bomb is a hold-cost weapon. It is not in the cellular realm of reality. We're trying to hold it in place, and it's a neo-pacifist weapon.
Harris Richards, AP.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to ask you a question which I'm sure the American people would like to know. Do you feel that within the fiscal year, the unemployment rate will drop below the 5% level?
Well, as you know, the 5% level pertains mostly to, if I may say, white America.
All right, hold on right quick, President. Say, I need y'all to go to Google, type in unemployment rate, and you're going to see as of April 2016, we at 5%. Go ahead, President.
In the black America, the minority situations is up to as high as 45%. And we plan to, with all our efforts, try to lower that rate to about 20% in the black areas, and of course it will be lower in the white areas, of course. We're trying to do this and merge a United States.
Mr. President.
Yes.
Arthur Williams, Chicago Sun-Herald. You've just okayed a $250 million increase in our space program. What I'd like to know is the main reason you did this so we can finally recruit black people for the space program?
I feel it's time that black people went to space. White people have been going to space for years and spacing out on us, as you might say. And I feel with the projects that we have in mind, we're going to send explorer ships through other galaxies, and no longer will they have the same type of music, Beethoven, Brahms, and Tchaikovsky. From now on, we have little Miles Davis and Charlie Parker. We're gonna have some different kind of things in there. That's right.
All right. Yo, Blood. Yeah, Brother Bell from Ebony Magazine. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum.
What you looking at, Snow White? Brother, about blacks in the labor force. I want to know what you're going to do about having more black brothers as quarterbacks in the National Football Hunter League. Okay. Right on?
I plan not only to have lots of black quarterbacks, but we're going to have black coaches and black owners of teams. As long as it's going to be football, going to be some black in it somewhere.
Right on.
Doing something about it.
All right.
Because I'm tired of this mess that's been going down. Right. You know what I mean? Ever since the Rams got rid of James Harris, I've been my job in up top. You know what I'm talking about? So we're going to get down on the case now. Yes, what is it?
Mr. President.
Yeah, what?
Mr. Bigby, Mississippi Herald.
Sit down. Yeah, what is it?
Mrs. Fenton Carlton Macker, Christian Women's News. Mr. President, since you've become president, you've been seen and photographed on the arms of white women. Quite frankly, sir, you've been courting an awful lot of white women. Will this continue?
As long as I can keep it up. I mean, why do you think they call it the White House?
However, I stayed on this one a little longer than planned, but as you can see, they're talking to us through these TV shows, and it's going right over our head.
What's up, Will?
Oh, what happened to your Whitney Houston cutout?
She fell apart in the shower.
Wow. So you replaced her with Bill Cosby, huh? Well, Bill, go and let the people know what they're gonna say her death was caused by.
A pure guess about what happened to her. But I say there's some other clue in here, her being upside down in the bathtub, and the fact, Shelley, you tell me if this suggests the same thing to you. Low levels of Xanax in her blood, in spite of empty pill bottles at her bedside, which should have had large amounts of Xanax in it. How do you put that all together?
Now, I'm going to tell you how they put that together. See, they put Bill Cosby in there with that letter P on his sweater, cause he going to get in trouble in the future by trying to get his bowels off.
402436. That's no phone number.
No, Uncle Phil. That's 402436.
Yeah, pay attention, you hear me? Number 40, awesome. Now, I know it's a lot of y'all that probably have a pair of these shoes, but never quite knew what this here stood for. Well, what do you think you can do with 40 acres? I bet you wouldn't have to go and work 40 hours a week on someone else's job. Speaking of the number 40, let me dig a little deeper. Wasn't you all aware that minus 40 degrees Celsius is the exact same as minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the only number that does that? Now, the number 12, which is considered a perfect number, was my basketball number. Can you guess what other player on the team was related to me? Yeah, such a coincidence, huh? Well, watch this. Let's go to football. My football number was the number 15. Now let me give you some knowledge about the number 15. On the 15th day on the Hebrew calendar, meaning as the sun was going down, God told Abraham in a vision that his descendants would end up as slaves in a foreign country. They would, however, eventually be set free. Look it up. The book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 12 through 16. Yeah. Take your shoes off, because you're going to need your hands and your feet to count this here. Well, I know a lot of y'all probably trying to do your old ghetto math on me. However, he came unto me and revealed it. Take my football number and my basketball number and multiply them by each other. And that's what type of change I've made. Boy, you awesome. Was y'all aware that the book of Exodus had 40 chapters? Well, did you know Goliath presented himself to Israel for 40 days? Several Israelites, king and leaders ruled for 40 years, such as David, Solomon, Eli, and Saul. 12 spies explored the promised land for 40 days. Jesus fasted, prayed, and was tempted by Satan for 40 days in the desert. Modern Christians observe fasting for 40 days before Easter. After the crucifixion/resurrection before his ascension into heaven, Jesus spent 40 days with his disciples. Adam entered paradise when he was 40 years old. Eve followed 40 years later. During the great flood, it rained for 40 days and for 40 nights. Seth is carried away by angels when he is 40 and is not seen for 40 days. Moses is 40 when he goes into Midian and he stays for 40 years. Joseph is 40 years old when Jacob arrived in Egypt. Jesus goes into the wilderness for 40 days. Did you know Muhammad was 40 years old when he first received the revelation delivered by the archangel Gabriel? Muhammad then had 40 followers to spread the religion of Islam. To understand people, you must live amongst them for 40 days, which is an Arabic proverb. Well, did you know a true pregnancy of a woman is 40 weeks? It took chemists 40 attempts to develop the magical spray we all know as WD-40. Full name, water displacement 40 formula. You still want to know a little bit more about the number 40? Or should I move on? There are 40 spaces on a standard Monopoly board, proving that life is a gamble. The game gives players equal odds, 1 in 40, of going directly to jail or winning the free parking lot.